We now return to Let's Play God of Blades. Let's go ahead and visit the swords. Start all the way down here with Arkrim. Forged in the heart of a 7-year storm, Arkrim's skyborn fury has washed over countless battles. Tempest looses a vicious doom gale, smiting foes in a torrent of unnatural lightning. Vanu the Seer ended the 7-year storm by sealing Enki the Wild, a quarrelsome thunder spirit, within a ritual axe. Caught within the axe's interior, Enki rages eternally at Vanu's trickery. Pretty cool. Barbarox. A savage blade of fire-hardened fellwood, Barbarox is synonymous with the merciless raids led by the ferocious chieftains of the Lost Ages. Earthrend implores the earth itself to rise against Barbarox's opponents with the damaging quake that interrupts a foe's attack. And as we saw, not very useful. Yith the Jackal was the last and greatest warrior in a long succession of Barbarox's wielders. Both Yith and Barbarox were destroyed thousands of years ago during the unification of the Great Empire. Dark Star. A hulking, gloom-haunted blade that seems to writhe in its wielder's grasp. Rapacity summons a host of slavering soulworms who eagerly burrow into an opponent's flesh, plunder their life force, and return the pilfered vitality to Dark Star's wielder. Probably could have been used a few more times in the game. Could have been a little bit more helpful in the later game. Dark Star, forged of a strange meteoric metal and set with bloodstones, was crafted long ago by the High Priestess Tin, deemed uncontrollable, and promptly sealed away. Hallow. One of the finest Imperial blades ever crafted, Hallow defended the people of the Great Empire even during the dark days of the cult's rise. Hallow releases the rampaging spirit of Bolga the Bold, who tramples lesser foes and impales stronger ones upon his monstrous greatsword. The legendary Temple Knight Bolga the Bold pledged himself to Hallow, infusing the blade with his warrior's spirit. Though he and his blade were eventually ensnared and defiled by the cult of the Hidden Star, Bolga and Hallow persist as important figures in the early days of the campaign against the Void. Inferna, the default sword. The treasure of the Black Clefts, the divine blade Inferna is cored with eternally burning magma stone. Pyroclast releases fragments of Inferna's core to bathe opponents in searing magma stone. Very useful. Inferna, forged deep within the blazing heart of the Red Mother by her will alone, was presented to the renegade Temple Knight Ire during the fall of the city of Dith. Or Air. Starwind. A crystallized sliver of a star's dream forms the edge of what is believed to be the first blade. Solar flare superheats the surface of Starwind, causing it to inflict massive damage. Unarmored foes are vaporized by a mere scratch. Useful and hindersome. As I pointed out, Starwind vanished from the world with the death of its wielder Maga, who used it to unite the first tribes and founded Eller, the Golden Seat. The Tower. A sorcerer's rod from the Lost Ages, the Tower was the sign of a sacred covenant between the gods and men. Bulwark conjures a planar shift, slowing and damaging enemies who dare step within reach of its master. That might have actually been useful against those last three, before facing off against the final boss. The Tower was last used by Mir the Waste Stalker in his relentless pursuit of the Void Chosen after the fall of the Great Empire. Before he was claimed by a wasting disease, Mir was said to have slain 5 of the abominations in single combat. Void Cleaver. Weird energies dance along the edge of this blade, and weirder visions drive its wielders to madness. Void Rift briefly opens an abyssal gate to the devouring dark, banishing lesser foes to a distant dimension and inflicting severe wounds on stronger opponents. It's a very cheap sword, if you can use it properly. Tarsus the Accursed, sorcerer and heretical disciple of the Sable King, produced this blade by etching the true name of the emissary of the Wastes within Void Cleaver's indigo steel. Whisper! My favorite blade. Should have unlocked it sooner. The pirate queen Oscana's favored blade, Whisper cut down countless foes with blinding speed. Alacrity accelerates Whisper's speed, increases the damage of its blows, and allows a skilled wielder to shatter weapons and fell enemies with surgical precision. Invaluable. Oscana never divulged the origin of Whisper. Some believe it was gifted to her by the spirit of the Endless River, An-Shah, whom she is rumored to have taken as her lover. Now I feel dirty for touching it. Witchbreaker. Arabesque and cruel, Witchbreaker was reserved for the greatest of the Empire's shadow guards. Even now the cult dreads its name. Castigate calls forth a trio of blazing chirirops who eagerly purge impurities from the souls of the wicked. Micha the Shadow, last of the Red Hands of the High Priests, slew 19 of the cult's sorcerers and gutted a Void-chosen warrior in a single whirling frenzy. The distraction she caused allowed hundreds of children to escape their fates as sacrificial offerings. So pretty cool. I believe the developers said that they were very focused on story and sort of wanting to know more about these mythical worlds. So you get a glimpse of it there. Okay, other game modes beside the campaign. Let's go into Chaos Storm, which is just ridiculous. And here you can see we have the Nameless King and that Whispering Lady that we briefly saw a little bit earlier. We'll start off with the Nameless King, and we'll choose the battleground of the Cult of the Hidden Star. I'll go ahead and pick his sword, Inferna, and let's see how well I can get along here. Probably not very far. Nope. Already I am sucking it up. See, now the thing is that they've got multiple bastards coming at me, which means that they can basically stack up. Oh, and they can kill each other. Friendly fire. Fantastic. Bastard. Long distance, long distance. Okay. Ah, bastard. Wait your turn. Okay. Should have done a downward strike. I saw you coming. No, not one of those. Prack the Masher, wielder of Angel Bridge. Well, that sounds lovely. Let's swing so we can... Oh, damn. My fireballs ran out. I love that he's gonna just kill everyone around him for me. And they keep knocking him out of order, so he keeps just falling back to the end of the line there. Well, it doesn't matter. I think I'm gonna die before I can actually have a chance to kill him. Yep. I don't really care for that game mode anyway. New high score. Worthless. Yeah, you can earn swords through these other game modes. Okay. Next game mode is Eternal. This time we'll go with the Whispering Lady, because why not? And we'll go through Eternity. Cries of the Blade. And I will pick Whisper. It just makes sense that this would be her blade. Even though it probably isn't. No! Of all the things I could have done against the Sorcerer, I did the wrong one. The whirling attack is really just sort of the default attack for this version of the game. And it really pays not to get hit, too, because you get a point modifier every time you kill someone without getting hit. So, of course I'm going to fuck that one up. I think the highest I ever got was 22, and that's how I got the high score. Well, my current high score. Suppose I could have used my time ability on that guy. The challenge, really, is that you have to be able to see the enemy and then immediately decide on your strategy for dismembering him. I usually don't pass the bosses, so I'm not expecting to live here, although I've got a lot of health. The Void Chosen. I guess they're not really bosses, per se. They are just the elite bastards. If I'd used an overhand instead of an underhand, I could have got him that time. Come along, come along. Should have used an underhand. It's just that stutter step. As soon as they just pause to take a swing with their axe, it throws me off when I swing too soon. Very tricky enemy. Another thing about this game is gauging the distances, which I did horrifically there. Nut! I always do it with those guys. I don't know what the problem is. Fantastic blade for this version. Wow, I'm gonna get a new high score. My previous high score, I think, was 123? Something around there. Now, come on. There we go. See how well that worked? There's a pattern you gotta use. And this is the second boss. I've never made it to the second Void Chosen in this mode. And there's a space whale in the background. Die, you bastard! Shouldn't have used that one. Woohoo! Well, I'm pleased to say this is the furthest I've ever gotten. Oh, come on. That should have taken it. I am not using the proper swings at all. A blazing slayer who's going to kick my butt. Or not. I think they are getting... Damn it. That was a good run. Drenched in madness, Mabe the Accursed was ruined by the Whispering Lady, answering long-dead prayers. Woohoo! Unfortunately, I can't use that. Okay, final game mode. Slayers. This one is ridiculous. This is where you can actually use the two-player mode and awkwardly use both sides of your keyboard. I think I'll change the appearance. Use a different background. And I'm probably not going to do so well here because I have not done so well here at all. Mostly because now I have to use the W, A, S, and D keys, which involves using my left hand. Oh, let's go ahead and try the light. Zerk the Jackal versus Karn of the Coven. And here we go. Nope. Already lost my first guy. There goes the other guy. Swing, you fucker! Oh, come on. You had that. I'm just gonna mash buttons and see how well that does. Oh, that guy got dead. In a hurry. And that guy too. No, no! No! There you go. Oh, come on! Okay. Well, I'm doing better than usual, which isn't really saying much, but I must have been playing this a little too much. Nope. 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 I got a short blade here, that's not fair. Okay. Stop giving me these crappy weak guys, goddammit. Okay. Okay. Hang on. That one too. That one too. Up. Hey. Hey. Oh. Okay. I am dead. Oh, come on, I was totally holding the block, but oh, this guy isn't gonna do. Okay, now I gotta try it with my hero. I guarantee you it's not gonna work. Look how much fucking damage he does. Oh my god, I just won. Yeah. A black omen, Zerk the Jackal emerged unscathed to join the cult of the Hidden Star in the assault on the Black Clefts. Hooray! That was a good note to end on. Okay, so God of Blades. Gameplay-wise, there isn't much there. There's a bit of challenge, I do admit that. especially since I appear to be terrible at this kind of game. Visually, I really like the art style. It's very nice. But anyway, that's been God of Blades. I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you in the next Let's Play.